We're going to talk about hashtags. Okay, so what is this little number sign? For us old people, it's not the number sign, and it's not the pound key. What it is was created by Twitter, and it's called the hashtag, which I'm sure most of you already know that. I was just trying to be fun. So the hashtag started with Twitter, and it's still a very popular tool with Twitter, but the one that has really just taken it to the next level is Instagram. All of the platforms accept hashtags, and basically what a hashtag is using your keywords to attract people to your profile, your posts, and your, to follow you. And so you could add them to your posts, and that helps you get more views for the people that follow them. You can search and then follow your own favorite hashtags if you want to. That's personal or business. I'm missing one. Yeah, no, that's good. All right, so if you put them in your bio, you want to be aware of the maximum character spaces you have in your bio, and don't go crazy, because you could easily just fill it up with hashtags and think that's a great search or a great way to get found, but it annoys people, so don't do that. But you can definitely put one or two of your hashtags in any of your bios on the social platforms. Today I'm going to talk primarily about Instagram, but it is okay to do it on the other platforms as well. And then, of course, you want to put them on your posts. And on Instagram, you can also embed them on a story. We talked about that in one of our Instagram trainings. And you can also put it on an image. But there's some etiquette to using hashtags, particularly on Instagram. You can go up to 30 if you want to. They allow it, but I would say keep it probably no more than 20. And then on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, just do a couple. 2 or 3 is more than enough. They don't tolerate a lot of hashtags like Instagram does. And so, like I kind of said before, just don't overdo it, because it annoys people and they won't follow you, or they, just will ignore your posts. Okay, so this part I wanted to show you because on Instagram, a lot of people think you should add them to the text of your post, but a recommendation is to actually put it on the first comment of your post. So you're going to be the first commenter on your own post, and I'll show you what that is. Okay, so this is Andrea Duane. She's my realtor up here, and she rocks social media. She is super good. But what I have here is, this is a post that she created, and you can see she's separated the contact information and her link, and then, giving a call to action that you can click on the link in the bio, and then her license information. So this is the actual post, and it looks clean, it looks good. People like the little emoticons or whatever they're called. But after she posted it, she then created a comment, and you can see I clicked on comments and it brought up the very first comments. And these are all of her hashtags that she used for this particular post. Now, the purpose of doing it that way, there's a couple things. One, it's still searchable. So if somebody's following a hashtag like love where you live, for example, then when they go on to their Instagram, this post is likely to show on their feed, and then they can see her post. Putting it in the comments is just a cleaner way to do it, and people like it, they prefer it. Plus, it looks like to Instagram you have engagement already. So Instagram will give you search preference if you have more engagement. So you're always looking for comments, likes, shares, and whatnot. Okay, so the big question is, of all the million gazillion hashtags out there, how do you pick the right ones that are going to get you what you want? So there are research tools out there. These are a few that I've heard of and I've looked into, but you have to pay for them. You could pay as much as $100 a month to get any of these. And you could do that if you want to expedite your research and get a lot of analytics and, numbers that you can track and determine what you want to do, or you could just do your own research. And what I found is that once you do the research yourself for your account, you only have to tweak it now and then. So it would pay to do a little research up front and not have to pay for those research tools. So here are some ways that you can do your own research. So you can stalk your competitors, and then just like I showed you on Andrea's comments, you can see the hashtag she's using. Now she's up here in El Dorado Hills, so of course she's going to use more relevant real estate tags up here. And you can watch what they do and kind of jot them down and figure out if that would be the right one for you. You can follow brands in your field, so Zillow or Lennar or, you know, just other brands in your field and see what they're using. And this is particularly good if you follow a larger company because they have probably done all the research to get the right hashtags that really perform. And you can follow your target audience. So if you're looking, you know, like your target is San Jose or downtown San Jose, then you would probably want to see the people that are following downtown San Jose and then follow them so you can see what they're trending with, like what are the things that they're posting, because it's not all about business. A likelihood that people are going to be searching, you know, real estate San Jose as a hashtag is very unlikely unless they're a realtor or in that industry. So what you want to do is follow the kinds of things that your target audience follows. And so in downtown San Jose, you know, that might be one of the restaurants. Maybe they follow a restaurant. So maybe that's somebody you could tag in the future and you can use the hashtags they're using. So just this kind of research is really going to help you determine the ones that perform. The hashtags that you like, then you can look at the people that are following them and see if they're the type of followers you want. And then you'll know that the hashtags that you've chosen are probably good to put on your own posts. That's pretty much it, but I do have some tips for you. And one is be careful about the volume of searches per hashtag. The whole thing is an algorithm. And if you're trying to follow a hashtag that has, you know, a gazillion uses, then it's very unlikely that you're going to show up in a search or in someone's feed because everybody's competing for that hashtag. And I'll show you what I mean. So here I just typed in CBD. You all know I have a CBD business and I'm a fan, but I typed in CBD, and the ones that you think are kind of the most obvious hashtags for posting have millions of different posts. So if little me who has like 1,000 followers on my CBD account, that is not likely to show up for anybody with these hashtags. So the recommendation is to find the less popular hashtags while you're growing and use those, because then you're more likely to show up in searches. And so here's an example. Now, if I did CBD shop, that's under 200,000 posts. That's a really good one for me. CBD facts is even better because there's enough interest that you have enough people that are posting about it, but you're also going to have more people that can see it and you don't get drowned out in the feed. So that's a really important tip to remember. And then if you keep track of the ones that are performing best, the way to do that is to see the kind of engagements you get and the things like how many likes, comments, tags, and shares that a post gets. That's not only to measure the hashtag success, but also to see your topic that you're posting about and how popular it is. If you get any of these, you know, a good amount of them, then that is a pretty good sign that it's successful. If you don't get any, or people don't even, you know, they breeze right by it, then you might want to either change your hashtag or hashtags, I should say, or you may want to change the content, or usually it's the visual that's the unattractive part. So you want to make sure the visual is really good. And then if you get new followers, that's always the bomb diggity. And if people direct message you, that could also be the bomb diggity, because they may be saying, hey, I like your post and I'm interested in, you know, putting my house on the market. That's, of course, the end goal, right? And then you can keep a list and kind of copy and paste it into your comments on Instagram, and you could separate it into the ones you think perform best on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter. And then if you have them ready to go and you just copy and paste them, it just makes it faster. Don't use the same ones over and over if you're trying to fine tune them for who's performing the best. You just want to edit it as you learn which ones don't give you engagements and which ones do. And I have a little something. I have a free blueprint on my website, and it's printable, and there's worksheets in there that helps you kind of figure out your strategy overall for Instagram, and, you know, some worksheets that you can use and stuff like that. So you're welcome to go to my website and download this for free. And